Hi, moms. I'm Lori with Lice Centers of Wisconsin. I have clinics on Post Road in Stevens Point and on Spencer Street in Appleton. I've been treating head lice professionally for almost 9 years now. And as we start a new school year, I'm already hearing from parents that there's an outbreak in their child's school, or I've seen on social media some posts from panicky parents about their kids having head lice. And so I can talk and talk and talk about head lice. It's a topic that's passionate to me, but if you can stick with me for just a few minutes here, I'd like to teach you some things about head lice so that if your child ever gets head lice, if they get head lice this year, you are armed with knowledge instead of misinformation, and that you can respond appropriately. So let's just talk a little bit of Lice 101 if you can stick with me here for a bit. Lice is extremely prevalent in kids. 1 in 20 kids have lice right now, 1 in 20. So imagine your child's school. If there are 100 kids in your child's school, 5 of them have head lice today and tomorrow and the next day. And all 180 days of a public school year, somebody has lice. That doesn't mean your child's school has lice. That just means kids have head lice. Where does head lice tend to spread? It tends to spread at birthday parties and sleepovers and play dates and family gatherings. It's just that lice gets discovered at school a lot of the time. And so we make this assumption that lice is a school thing. It really isn't. It shouldn't be the responsibility of our schools to control the spread of head lice. It has to be our responsibility as parents to know how prevalent it is, to know how to look for it, and to help prevent it. And I'm going to talk about that here in just a moment. But so again, lice is really, really common in kids. It's not a dirty person thing. It doesn't, your child getting lice doesn't mean they're dirty. It just means somebody they know had head lice. The two of them put their heads together and a bug crawled from that child to your child. So put away the idea that lice is a dirty person thing. It also doesn't live in your home. It's not on stuffed animals. If your child ever gets lice, nothing needs to be put in garbage bags. No sort of deep cleaning needs to occur. Lice can only live in human hair on the human head. So knowing these things, that lice is common, that your child is likely exposed to lice routinely, and it doesn't require panic, what are some things you can do? 1, always be focusing on prevention. Every day your child is in the presence of another child is the day they could get head lice. So if they have longer hair, wear it up and back in some way. Braids, buns, ponytails, pigtails. Make it harder for lice to grab onto a piece of hair if your child were to put their hair next to somebody else with lice. 2, make the hair smell offensive to lice. Lice don't like the smells of mint, rosemary, and eucalyptus. Tea tree gets a lot of glory, but those other 3 are a little more effective. I carry a mint spray, for example. So if you mist the hair every day with something that smells like mint or rosemary or eucalyptus, and then your child is putting their hair next to somebody with lice and lice get close enough that they can smell that mint, for example, lice are going to think, I don't want to go on that head of hair, and it's a good way to prevent lice. The last thing you can do, aside from reminding your kids not to put their heads next to other kids' heads, but good luck, because kids are kids and they're going to do what they do. The last thing you can do, along with the Benadryl and the Band-Aids and the children's aspirin or Tylenol that you have in that medicine cabinet of yours, invest in a good quality knit comb. Do not leave it up to your school nurse or the administrative assistant in your child's school office to check your kids for lice. They have so much more to do. Instead, recognize that your child might be putting their head next to somebody with lice this coming weekend. Your school isn't going to determine that unless your child is itchy, and even then, your school's not going to find that for weeks. Take that upon yourself. Invest in a good quality knit comb, and once a month, you're going to check your own child for lice. Raking a comb over the scalp like this, and then dragging the comb down through the ends of the hair and inspecting the teeth of the comb will help you determine whether or not your child has gotten head lice. Get into the habit of doing that to your child at home once a month. You won't stop them from getting lice that way, but you'll find it sooner rather than later, and that'll allow you to intervene before the lice gets bad enough that it can spread to others. So I hope this information has helped a bit. Lice is really easily treatable. If you ever do find lice, call me. I have a couple of different treatment options for you. One where I'll get rid of your lice completely, and another where I will talk you through how to do this yourself at home. It really doesn't need to be difficult. And if you're watching this from somewhere other than Wisconsin, we have at-home treatment products that work wonderfully well. We will give you all the knowledge and know-how to end a head lice infestation on your own at home. Thanks so much.